What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Now, this one will be probably a little bit shorter of a video because honestly, this is just going to be a Runelite settings video. A lot of people have been requesting that I make this video and show you guys how I get my game to look like this. So I guess for most people, the game would normally look something like this, like pretty washed out, low FPS, not very vibrant. I mean, it gives you the old school feel. Kind of miss it sometimes, but my game looks like this. So in a place like this, it's very, very noticeable. Also, places like the Grand Exchange looks a whole lot better. This compared to this is pretty big difference. And then especially places like Prifddinas, for example, looks, I mean, it looks beautiful on these settings. Like, this is what I get to look at. This is what most people are looking at. So pretty big difference, and honestly, it's not anything too crazy. So let's get into it. I'm gonna show you guys that. If you enjoy the video, make sure you're dropping a like, dropping a sub, and all that other fun stuff. All right, so the biggest thing to achieve, these types of graphics, the most important thing, first of all, you're going to go into your little plugin hub over here on the side of Runelite. You have to have Runelite to make your game look great, all right? Have to have Runelite. Go over here. What you're going to type in is 117 HD. This is what you're going to get here, okay? There, you're going to go ahead and hit install. Now, once you have that, you can go into the little wrench over here for configuration. You'll see 117 HD as one of your plugins. From there, you're going to click on the little cogwheel. All right. From here, this is where you can kind of edit everything. So important things to keep in mind. VSync, keep that off. You don't want that on. It usually causes more issues than it helps. FPS target, I like to keep it at 60. I know, your computer can probably handle 144 FPS with no issue. This game, you don't really need above 60. You can see a subtle difference between 50 and 60 though. Like 60 is very smooth, 50 has a little bit of choppiness to it. So I would say keep that at 60. If you want to just copy my settings, you can do that as well. But there are things you can mess around with on here. Like saturation, for example. I like to keep mine at 120%, but like if you had this like really low, it would wash everything out. 100% wasn't quite as vibrant as I wanted, so I like to keep mine at about 120. Gives it a nice, warmer tone. I really like that a lot. Brightness, I play on 30. Again, you could bring that down. You can make it a lot darker. You can make this a lot brighter if that's something you like doing. Actually, I don't even know how high you can go. What is the highest on this? So you could do something like that. I like to keep mine on a nice 30. I don't want to burn my eyeballs or anything crazy. 30 seems to do pretty good. And I'm somebody who actually likes my game like pretty bright. So that works for me. Contrast, again, I keep that at 110. You could lower that or raise it. 110 just feels nice for me. So if you like the look that my game has, then I would say go ahead and do that. Now, some of these other things I believe are the defaults, like flashing effects. I do have the flashing effects for some areas. Again, if you have like epilepsy or anything else, you'll probably want to turn the flashing effects off. You don't want anything to be going too crazy. And this other stuff, I would say keep it at what I have. It works pretty well. I mean, draw distance is basically how far out you can actually see. If you have a great computer, you can turn that on. But again, this just isn't the type of game that you necessarily need to be able to see very far. On top of that, I don't think it renders players really far away anyway, so it's not like you get a big advantage if you're doing PvP or anything like that either. Now, setting your FPS target, you will need to tick the box, unlock FPS, so that you aren't on a 50 FPS cap. So then you could go up to like 120 FPS if you wanted. So down here in the lighting, these are the settings that I have. I keep my shadow quality at 8K. Now, low 1K, basically you're just going to have like a blob for the shadows. I keep mine at 8K, which is pretty solid. Pretty accurate shadows. There is a 16K option, but it doesn't look like it changes too much. so I wouldn't worry too much about that. Shadows, I like the detailed. I like it to feel like a nice game. Same thing with like projectiles. I like the lighting. The extra lighting and stuff makes things look a lot better. Makes it look like a much higher end MMO. So maybe that's what people like a lot too. The shadows are great. Environment. I have the seasonal theme to automatic just because I don't want to cycle through these. But I mean, if you're somebody who just really likes the winter, you can always keep that on winter, and that's going to change it to snow in pretty much all of the places. Same thing with like summer. Summer's going to be like warmer tones. It's going to be nicer. You're not going to see the leaves, you know, the fall leaves and things like that. Autumn, I think that's what it's on right now for automatic, but that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. So in the holiday spirit, it kind of switches as it needs to, which is nice. This stuff I keep saying. The default sky, I keep it blue. Some people like to have other stuff. I don't think you can actually see it here, but I usually keep it blue or black, depending on how sensitive my eyes are. And basically, yeah, these are my settings for the environment. Again, you can override the sky color if you wanted. I guess that white is the default, so you can override it. You can do the Runelite skybox, which that just is like, I don't know, it looks like a horror game now. Old school black, I don't know, doesn't even change anything. 2008 tan, whatever. I keep it actually, no, I keep it with whatever this default is, which seems to be pretty nice. Model textures on, ground textures on, texture resolution at the highest, ground blending on, underwater caustics on, HDR reskin on. That I don't even notice a huge difference just because I don't really go down there that often, but we can go over there and I can show that to you as well. Let's see, Karamja. Now this stuff down here I don't really mess with. Again, I don't remember if the default had this on or off, so I would say just turn them on or put them to what I have and you'll be good. Miscellaneous, I don't really mess with this. I have HD Infernal Cape on, but I don't even have an Infernal Cape. I don't really know how exactly that looks. This stuff you can kind of mess around with though, which is nice. But here's the HD skins, so I can show you what the difference is between them. Okay, so the whole area changes. This is the default, and then with the HD reskin, it's kind of a cooler tone. Doesn't really flashbang you as much, which is pretty nice. So some of these are pretty good. HD Infernal Cape. I don't think that messes with the Fire Cape at all. No, it doesn't. So that could be cool. Again, I don't have an Infernal Cape. I'm beta, so. And then experimental. These are the things I have on here. Again, play around with it for your computer, but you can keep it to what I currently have it at if you wanted, like I said, the same effects that I'm looking at. And then down here, this is what everything looks like with 117 HD off. And this is what it looks like with it on. So if you like the way that my game looks and you've been watching videos for a while, I would say just change your settings to those. That is mainly the only plugin I have that really does that. I think I have animation smoothing as well, which is very nice. Basically, I don't know if I'll be able to show you, but like when you're walking around, there's a little bit of clunkiness to your character, and the same thing when you're like attacking. There's like a little bit of clunkiness to it. It's kind of hard to show you, but it almost looks like it's moving in like low FPS. But animation smoothing makes everything way smoother. Actually, you can kind of see that subtle difference. So here, a little bit of blocky movement, right? With animation smoothing, very, very smooth. So that's really the other thing that I have. That's hilarious that I just got that. This is my first time ever even killing one of these things. That's really funny. Okay. But yeah, that's basically the only thing I have there. And then I have a bunch of other just plugins, but nothing that has to do with the way the game looks. So hopefully that helped out. Hopefully you guys take something from this video. I see a lot of people asking what this tile marker here is called. This also is corner tile indicator. So that's how you get this cool look. You can edit that, and you can edit the color and everything for that as well. So there, you got even something else from this video. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like, drop a sub, drop a comment. Let me know that you're using the settings. I appreciate everybody that stopped by and continues to watch my videos. I will see you guys in the next Casual Maxing update video. Peace.